Stage Dive Podcast. My name is Steve, and I'm here with another album review. Today is May 15, 2020, and Asking Alexandria just released their 6th studio album through Sumerian Records, known as Like a House on Fire. Asking Alexandria is also known as AA, or as I like to call them, Alpha Alpha. They are a metalcore band, and now known as an arena rock band, who are originally from North Yorkshire, England. Had a bit of difficulty there, I apologize. And they formed in 2006. Now on this particular record, the personnel are Danny Warsnob on vocals and additional guitar, Ben Bruce, lead guitar and backing vocals, Cameron Liddell on rhythm guitar, Sam Betley on bass, and James Castles on drums. I'm gonna dive into the album cover. It kind of has many references towards the end of the world. One of the images is most likely an angel sounding the 7th trumpet, and there are people underneath that are praying in fear. There's also a building that resembles a lighthouse that's on fire. There's also an individual mourning and chained up to a naked female demon thing. There's also an angry sun, a faceless priest, and another person that's tied up. There's also what seems to be a small village with a church, and they're all caught on fire. All this is referencing to burn the world down so we can start it up again in the right way. Now before I get into the actual track reviews, I want to put out some facts there. I am a very open-minded person when it comes to music. I listen to various different types of genres, and I will not judge this record based on their old material. How I mark albums: each song is rated out of 1. I mark them quarterly, tally up the points, and we get a percentage. Let's go. Let's start with the first track, House on Fire. The chorus is definitely arena rock. The verses are catchy. The guitar do not stand out as much as the drums. The bridge was very short and the chorus is quite repetitive. You do want to sing along. Lyrics: not satisfied with accomplishments even though there was so much effort put into it. Burn it all down and start from the beginning. 1 out of 1. Track 2. They don't want what we want and they don't care. Now the guitars stand out a lot more on this particular track. Excellent drumming. Good verse. An arena chorus again. A fair bridge that leads to the breakdown. The breakdown is an elevated style without a metalcore influence. Lyrics: how the government controls and only care for power. 1 out of 1. Track 3, Down to Hell. Again, very arena rock, very simple song structure. Sounds like it was influenced by their self-titled album, the one that was released in, I believe, 2017. It kind of sounds rebellious but meant for preteens. That's what I get from this song. The bridge. Danny hits some interesting notes, which are the best part of the song. Lyrics. I could be wrong, but it seems like Danny or the whole band acknowledge the hatred towards them. But Danners, or the band in general, pretty much don't pay attention to that. And therefore, they're pretty much saying, fuck the right off. 0.5 out of 1. Track 4, Anti-Socialist. The sound is definitely influenced by their self-titled record. The bass work is good. The guitars are minimal. The drums are always there for AA. James is such a great drummer, he really makes the band stand out. Lyrics: people invading the individual space by placing demands or asking for unnecessary bullshit. This song got a 0.25 out of 1. Track 5, I Don't Need You. Thank you, Asking Alexandria. Special guest in this song is Grace Grundy. The bass is good in this song. I gotta give it that. Grace did a fair job in her verse, but it's not an impressive song. Lyrics: how the individual learned and has grown from that toxic relationship. Got 0 out of 1 for me. Track 6, All Due Respect. Asking Alexandria, All Due Respect. Nice instrumentals and programming in this song. I really gotta give them that. I found it hilarious, but I actually learned to enjoy the part where Mr. Daniel sings. When he sings I'm Nothing Like You, I have to bring that point up. I did not expect it. I really did not expect it, and it made me laugh. But I really learned to appreciate it. The chorus is tight on this song. This song feels like it was influenced by EDM music. I can see the song definitely being remixed into a trap song. The vocals in the bridge is very original. This is actually my favorite song on this record. Lyrics: confronting a tormentor and proving that the individual is better than them. 1 out of 1. Track 7, take some time. Sounds like a Pepsi commercial, especially the beginning. That's the feeling I got. Good programming in the song. Again, has that EDM feel. I guess that's what they were going for. I can see the song also being remixed into a trap song. The instruments are simple, but I do love the bridge. It's very fun. I can picture everyone dancing to this song. The ending was unexpected with a high-pitched robotic voice. I had to throw that in too. Lyrics: a moment of a very passionate human beings in heat. Oh boy, naughty naughty. 1 out of 1. Track 8, one turns to none. Nice instrumentals. The chorus sounds slightly industrial. I said slightly. It has an arena style to it too. The programming is interesting. This track feels like it should have belonged in a movie. I don't know why I get that feeling. I'm just sticking it out there. The solo wasn't so bad. It definitely fit well with the vibe of the song. Lyrics: Mr. Danny is very confident in himself. No one should mess with this sir. Lyrics are based off being the best at everything. 0.75 out of 1. Track 9, it's not me, it's you. How rude. Nice drum fills. The drums are what mostly stood out on this track. Like I said, great drumming. James makes AA stand out since day one. Chorus is average. Guitar work is not astonishing. The lyrics are based off a breakup. 0 out of 1. This is where it gets a bit rocky, ladies and gentlemen. Track 10. Here's to starting over. Very generic verse, very generic chorus. It's quite a bland song. The bass guitar sticks out well. Drums are okay in this track. The guitar abilities are definitely hidden, and it has a boring bridge. Lyrics: rather be himself than pretend to be someone who everyone else wants him to be. Got 0 out of 1. Let's move on to track 11. What's it gonna be? The verses are good, but the chorus is generic. The drums and bass are decent. Piano is okay. The guitars are not noticeable in quality. And the lyrics are based off how their past has brought them to where they are today, and there is more to come. 0 out of 1. Track 12, Give You Up. Again, it has a generic sound mixed with an EDM influence. This song could also be remixed into a trap song. The bass does sound good, especially with a subwoofer in your car, but it's not a song I would play often. The programming is okay. Lyrics: I think it's about finding the right person to help you through dark times. 0 out of 1. Track 13, In My Blood. Simplistic instrumentals. Generic chorus. Programming is below average. The best part of the song is the way Danny sings the pre-chorus. The rest of the vocals are below average, just like the 3 previous songs. Lyrics: the individual dwells in depression and most likely substance abuse. They know they can do better, and hopefully they will. 0 out of 1. Track 14, The Violence. I don't know why, but I get a Western style feeling from the guitars, and the song in general. The most harsh vocals we'll hear from Danny. Good drumming. Well-structured song, nice bridge. Lyrics: I'm keeping it simple. The life of a sheep for the GOVT. 1 out of 1. The final track, track 15, Lorazepam. The song sounds like it's made for a car commercial. Zoom zoom bitches. Regular rock beat. Vocally has an old school rappy sound. I really like that. I found that his voice was very fitting for this track. The verses are much more powering than the chorus. They could have done a lot more with the outro. Lyrics: a person with a massive ego, comorbid with anxiety. Dude, Papa Lorazepam. 0.5 out of 1. So I tallied up the points and the record got 7 out of 15, which equals a 47%. Yeah, I'm sorry boys. This mark is accurate. It feels like there was a lot of filler songs that could have been made for a B-side record. When I listened to this record, I noticed that the programming was essential. The drumming, a huge plus for this record. Vocally, it was above average, but the guitars could have been included more in certain songs. I gotta say though, it is quite impressive that they created a whole new face for themselves, and I'm sure that there are individuals who are going to fall in love with this record. It's a fair attempt for AA in trying to revitalize their sound. Personally, their self-titled was a very good switch for me. Now, I've seen Asking Alexandria live countless times. I got into them right where Stand Up and Scream was released, and I've seen them live since then every time they came. The crowd's wild, the performance was wild, it was very aggressive, big pits. I even saw Asking Alexandria when they had Mr. Dennis in the band. And honestly, people still vibe to that. I like that record, The Black, more instrumentally than vocally. I wish that they would have Danny do the vocals for that record and re-release it. Last time I saw Asking Alexandria, they were the openers for this Shine Down show, a Shit Down show, and Papa Roach and Asking Alexandria were opening acts. So I understood why Asking Alexandria only performed majority of the newer record, which was their self-titled back in the day. Didn't even play any songs from Reckless and Relentless or the first album. It makes sense because of who they were opening for. But I do hope in the near future when they tour again, we will get to hear some old school Asking Alexandria. But I am excited to hear certain tracks from this album live. Have I gotten into any physical altercations at Asking Alexandria? Not really, surprisingly. Nope. So we're clear with those stories. Thank you for listening to the album review of Asking Alexandria, Like a House on Fire on the Stage Dive podcast. My name is Steve. Don't forget to stay punk and stay metal. And yeah, fuck off. Bye.